Alright, hello everybody, we are back with more Dragon Quest today. So, in the last episode, we fought against a whole bunch of the last story bosses, and then we fought most of the post-game bosses. Then we got stuck on the last one. So, if anyone hasn't seen that and doesn't want to be spoiled, yeah, it's probably already too late, but like you should probably not watch any more of this video and probably start at the beginning of the series, because from here on out it is like all spoilers. But yeah, we're gonna defeat this last boss hopefully with relative ease, and then I'm going to hopefully get into competitive. So I got the same team as last time, so lots of familiar faces, but I revamped a couple spreads. So this little bone dragon guy, he stayed the exact same. His sets: attack booster 4, destroyer, which honestly it's probably a skill line he doesn't need. I could replace this with something else at some point, but it does give plus 48 attack, as well as give him some more offensive options like Helm Splitter and Giga Gash. And then Paragon, which is a really nice, just overall attack set with lots of offensive options. Actually, you know, Paragon has Helm Splitter too. Yeah, I can definitely drop Destroyer at some point. But I didn't right now. So, oh well. Then we got Greater Platypink. It has Anti-Magic Avoider with Auto Kadabra and a whole bunch of MP and Wisdom, as well as Cure-All, which has a whole bunch of healing options. Omni Heal is basically all it spams though. And then Rug Cutter, which is just kind of its offensive moveset, as well as it has Hustle Dance and Kerplunk Dance, just as additional healing options. Now for the stuff that kind of changed. Snipe Vine before used to just be a Sage bot, which Sage is the move, is like the talent tree that's full of buffing and debuffing options. So it's really nice to have. But the real thing that Snipevine wants to do is nuke using light element moves. So what I did is I put Wisdom Booster, which gives it insane amounts of wisdom. And then I put Sizz Virtuoso, which is light elemental damage. So we have Kassizzle, which is just going to be our primary offensive option that we can click on it. And then for Uber Killing, we have Attack Booster, we have HP Booster, and then we have it's just typical offensive set. It's called Uber Killing Machine. So it's got lots of good offensive physical stuff. And that's kind of the gist of it. These two are like 1.5 levels away from 100, but it's not like we have to be level 100 for this. And hopefully we'll get a little bit of XP from this boss to push him over the edge. Otherwise, maybe I can try and find a metal slime or two. But we might just jump into PvP, even though I'm like a level off.
I'm ever so glad you came.
No intro to the battle again. So it'll be on the last video if anyone wants to see it. The final boss is Ludo.
Sorry, but this is between family.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it is kind of like the cutscene where Rose and Trouble get taken away. See ya. Enjoy the depths of space. I do actually like it when the main character does show emotion. It does not happen often in the series, but that's one of the times when it does.
Now it's just the two of us. Let's finish this.
I am ready. Yeah, let's finish this.
A breeze, half evaporated dreams. I turn.
Yeah, pointless messages. All right, I forgot about this battle theme too. All right. So I could probably set these guys on auto battle and it'll be fine. We'll throw one Kabuff out, and then I'll use the light elemental spam afterwards. Bone Dragon, I think, is the only one with Attacker now, so we'll have him use that. Uber Killing Machine, we will set to Splitter. And Platy Pink can just do whatever. Yeah, look at that. Crazy damage, just...
I guess I could do an Oomful as well, because I got 2 physical attackers.
He didn't even bother to heal because he's... Alright, we'll do an Oomful then. Do a Helm Splitter and an Anchorman. Make sure I get the Oomful boost on my next attack. No defense drop, that's okay. The Sizzle, that's what I want to click, and it does still hurt, even though I'm max level. I don't know why it used Right as Rain. I'd rather use... I guess I need to just set it to use Omni Heal. I forgot that's what I was doing before. If I die here, I'll just do that for next time. There's no reason for it not to spam Omni Heal every single turn. Yeah, Anchorman's still really strong. Snipevine can finally use Sizzle. And that Overkilling Machine. See if we can get... No, let's just try Parallax instead. Yeah, that's really good damage. Sizzle's critical spell. Yeah, see, that's just as good. That is why you spam Omni Heal. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna have to, like, reset. Why did I try? Why did it even allow me to flee? I was hoping it would just be like, are you okay ending the battle? It's like, yes, I am. I think I saved right before. Maybe it'd just be easier to reset this way. Yeah, so Platy Pink just needs to be set to Omni Heal. It is like the final boss in the game. It probably expects you to be level 100. So it's not like, oh man, I need to go grind more for this boss. No, it's supposed to be hard. And I appreciate that. That it's not just super easy. But just hope I saved in the right spot. I may have saved just a bit earlier. And we might have to walk over, but that's okay. That's just fine. I'm excited to get into the PvP though. I haven't had like any... I've seen just a couple clips of other people doing PvP, but I still know next to nothing about it. It looks like there's one mode where it'll automatically throw you into 30 battles. And then another mode which will automatic, or is an actual battle, but I'm still not even sure if you click your own moves or if it just gets to auto battle. So we will have to try stuff out. I want to take this guy out because one, that's where we left off, and I'd like a full completion of the story on recording, and then also I heard that once you beat Ludo here, there will be an increased spawn rate for like, metal slimes, and so it'll be really nice for grinding if I have to make a new team. I know that there's a few different ideas I have just in case this team kind of flops, which it very well could. One of the main things you want when you're making a team is... We got a spell reflect, that's nice. One of the main things you want when you're making a team seems to be like monsters that can attack more than once. But I don't have any of those. So Uber Killing Machine is actually probably overkill. Most people just go with the Overkilling Machine, which is kind of like the fusion right before it, which actually does have the potential to attack twice. So maybe that would have been the better choice. I didn't know that when I first fused it together. I was just like, oh, Overkilling Machine, this rank S sounds cool. I've always thought that rank S's were like the best no matter what, so I may have been wrong in this case, but that's okay. Having lower ranks like. He's got really big. Okay, he has light resist, I guess. But I was saying having monsters that aren't necessarily stronger based on their rank is nice. It means I might be able to pull off some cooler strategies with lower rank monsters with cool abilities and stuff. It does kind of suck that there's no way to buff magic defense. I can use Kadim, but he's got a strong resist to that, so I'm not going. It's not really worth it. I can Kabuff though. And I already lowered his defense. So we'll just Parallax. Actually, he might have wiped that with something and I missed it. I'm glad I got the Kabuff off. It's a good turn for it. He used lots of physical moves. This battle's still gonna take probably quite a few turns, even dealing as much damage as I am. I'm gonna throw a Kadim. Intimidating, yeah, like that's gonna work ever. Kazamel, good. I think I have a dark resist on him. Wave of Relief, yeah. So he would have wiped any buffs. And my one that I tried to use still missed anyways. Don't know what to expect when he's got a resist to it. We'll go for another Oomful. I'm pretty sure my first one wore off. Home Splitter, got the crit. 810 damage, that's crazy. Sizzle into a Fizzle combo. And yeah, with Oomph, it seems to be like a, I don't know, not quite a 25% damage boost. Oh yikes, that combo kind of hurt. But I'm not even sure if they stack on each other. Like if I get a defense drop on him and an attack buff on me, it feels kind of weak. Just have one or the other seems good. Okay, so there goes my buffs. That's okay though. Ooh, okay, that's less good. He's using lots of light element moves, which is really getting to my Bone Dragon since he's undead. I'll just throw a Mega Medicine. There's no real reason to hold on to my medicines anymore, since this should be the last PvE fight in the game. Another Kabuff now that my buffs are gone. Try and get a Helm Splitter. No. Okay, good. I'm avoiding the Fizzle on my spellcasters, which is important. I do have the resist anti-magic tree on my Platypink, so that should be helping me to avoid fizzles and such. Another Oomful. Just a Parallax is fine. It's not like I'm actually trying for a Paralyze with the Parallax. It's just a strong physical attack I can use on the thing. Just like Anchorman is for the Bone Dragon. This has heavy slashing damage. Okay, you know, that wasn't nearly as long and drawn out as I thought it was going to be. I guess I was dealing a lot more damage every turn than I wanted. Oh man, we're just like a sliver of XP away from being max on Snipevine. I'll just go fight like a raccoon, and then we'll hit 100. But we gotta see what happens here. Ludo, your plans, they've been foiled. My friends, thank you for returning them.
Oh my! You're not hurt, are you?
Nope, I'm good. But him, he's not doing so good. Still don't know what the little... It must have just been a monster that he tamed, because it just like had the monster death
Beaten
animation.
again by my big brother. But what can you do? This was but one eventuality. I should be leaving. I'm not sure I can bear another moment in the tragedy of this world. Before I go, I will say this. There may come a day when the miseries of this place overwhelm you.
I'm not sure what that would mean, miseries
Should
of
that
this
happen,
place.
all you need do is call my name, and I'll be there for you.
So I guess no matter how many times we kill Ludo, he's just always going to be around.
Mother, dearest, would you leave this world intact? For them? So this is goodbye. Just know that I'm proud to call you my brother.
Yeah, the whole Ludo storyline, I just don't quite get it. It doesn't feel like it's fully explained. It was nice to learn a little bit about his mom, which kind of gives some backstory to
I
him.
recall the dream I had of flowers in palest grey. Petals fall, the fragrance lingers. The day you left.
I mean, you can have as grand of a death scene as you want, but if you literally say that you can come back if I just call to you, that's kind of lessens the moment. To my actions, we've saved the world from certain doom. However, the adventure is far from over. Okay, what's left? Is there more endgame stuff? Or is it just PvP? Yeah, I had this bonus ball thing, it's just like an XP booster I had collected throughout the story. I decided to use it to help the grind go a bit faster. I don't have a lot of them. I'm gonna hop back in here just to see if something happens. Curious, you know. Ah, Gloopert, my friend, what are you doing here? What's up, buddy? Oh. It's just a large slime. Who just is ready to nuke me. What is this? This has got evasion too. And I got fizzled. Am I actually gonna die here to just a random slime battle? Like why is this battle similarly difficult to the last one? Okay, we got one, so it's not like completely useless. Frenzied state? Sure, no, zing the dead guy and then heal him. I don't even think I'll get the chance. Oh, no, it's still alive. I was gonna kill him instead. At least try. That is a really tanky slime, you know that? Kaswooshel. It's got like all of the top tier elemental spells too. Alright, there it goes. There, and that was the rest of the XP we needed to reach 100. I don't know what that was. Is there going to be something afterwards? Did we get a bonus ball? Nope, we just... Okay. I don't know if that's something where maybe it's just all slime type monsters can spawn in that fight, and maybe that's a way you can spawn metal slimes, even though they have natural spawn locations, and you can get them that way. No idea. Mr. Bossy, hello, good evening to you
Zoom!
as well. You're just about to hop into whatever PvP looks like into this game. So a couple things before I start here. I looked on some on whatever information's available on the game, which is more than it used to be, but not everything. It seems like monsters have maximums to their stats. So I don't know if it's that stats are limited in PvP, or if you can surpass them using the skill trees, or what. But something like Snipevine has over 1,000 wisdom, which is completely nuts considering I've got like as much attack as I can throw onto Bone Dragon and Ubermech here, and they reach 800 some. So I don't know if that's going to get toned down, but it probably will. Then there's also like the red number here on wisdom that Uber Killer's got. I mean, it's not a wisdom monster, so it makes sense for it to be low, but I don't know if that's its max or what. And then like I got the little sparkly star on Snipevine when I fused it. So supposedly one of your stats is supposed to be higher. I don't know if that's wisdom contributing to its insane stat pool there or what. And then there's also the whole like accessories. I don't know if the accessories are going to transfer over to PvP, but yeah, we'll just try it out. So you gotta talk to this guy to do PvP. I don't like him. Yeah, I really don't want to hear your voice. So quickfire contest is what I've seen most people do. You just click the button. Sure. I didn't even read that. Yeah, connect me to the internet, that's fine. Okay. Is this something I actually have to scroll through? Cool. Gotcha. Yeah, I totally read that. I definitely understand. Your party fights against those of other Monster Ringers in battles that play out automatically. 30 contestants. Total battles take place one after another. The pool of opponents changes once each day. Finish the contest with enough victories and you could be in line to win items, monsters, or other prizes. Okay, I like that. I mean, this is the party I want to go with. Okay.
Thanks, babe.
So, because it's going to be automatic, there's something I want to do. You can set specific instructions to your monsters. So I'm gonna like cancel out most of these. Cause like there's no reason I should use a lot of these options. Most of them are good PvE options. Something like Withering Look. I'm not sure how Metal Slime defenses are calculated, but Withering Look goes through their defense, and I can just kill them in one shot with it. But for PvP, the only thing I really want this guy to click is Anchorman. But maybe I should have something like Multi-Fist as low. Home Splitter's not bad. Hatchet Man isn't awful. But so I have one primary option and then like 3 situational options. That sounds okay. And maybe I even have this one because it's just heavy damage on undead, just in case. But it's just like this one's extreme, so why would I ever do that? So we'll go with that. Don't use heal. Don't use multi-heal. Always use omni-heal. You can use Zing if you need to. I forgot that Platypink gets Kabuff. Right as rain, I only wanted to use this if I'm fizzled, so I won't turn it off. All of its offensive moves it can kind of use as needed. I'm just going to leave that one as is. Hustle Dance. Never use Kerplunk Dance. I can't even choose that as an option. That's kind of funny. Fuddle Dance. I think Fuddle's actually a really good like move. Being able to confuse all enemies potentially is good. I just don't think it's gonna use it. It's more like something you'd throw on a support tem. Something where after your buffs are up, instead of attacking, you could try and inflict status effects. And confusion or accuracy is good for that. Okay, so that should be alright too. Snipe Vine, Kassizzle's good, Oomphl's good, Kabuff's good. Blunt, nah. Sap. A lot of these, they're good moves, like I said, but if I don't get to choose when they go off, I don't want them to go off. So mainly it'll be a Oomphle, Kabuff, and then Kassizzle. Bot, which is fine. Earth Splitter's fine, Giga Cross is bad, Dragon Slash situational, Multi-Fists, and Multi-Slash are also okay, and... I want Parallax to be the general move this thing clicks, and everything that's not Giga Cross is also fine. Problem with Giga Cross is if you look at its stamina cost, it's 80. It's literally 80 MP, and it's damage based on level rather than its attack, which is just useless. Okay, so now we'll resave the game, and then we'll try that quickfire. Any guesses on how many of 30 we can win? I don't think it shows us anything. I think it's just like, you won this many battles. So mentally, just guess right now, out of 30. I'll guess like 18. Just over 50%, because I think some people are going to hop into this without having good teams. 23? Alright. Oh, maybe it does show us something. Alright, we win against that guy. We win against that guy. Oh, this is great. Oh man, 3 in a row. Okay, well, maybe our team's better than I gave it credit for. Like, I'm seeing some strong monsters here too. Like, not that one. That one's got the best healer, supposedly. This one's got some good... Wow! Okay, this is just kind of ridiculous. I didn't think we'd win flipping everything. Look, I want to see these battles going on! What? Oh, okay, we lost one. Does it just show all the wins in a row and then all the losses in a row? Nope, that's not it either. Wow, 23. You were right on, bossy. Okay, we got some seeds, which is good. I don't know if or when I'll use them, but they're there. So most of these look like they're pretty low level, honestly, because you can look at the HP. I'd probably struggle against anything with around 1000 HP. This one might be a good watch. I think we can watch them now, actually. I forgot you can kind of review it. More curious about the ones I lost. This one also looked tough. It's like, look at the lineup there. Like, those are some sick monsters. This one's got pretty high HP on his stuff, but still not like max.
like somebody like this probably their team is really solid, but they only have them at like level 60 or 70 instead of level 100. This is my first loss. This is a fully stacked team, which makes sense. This one I'm kind of curious that I lost because I'm pretty sure the King Cure Slime and Arc Demon are both rank Bs. I'm not sure why you would run them. This kind of makes sense. Lots of, what I understand, strong units. I think this is like the first large unit we've seen. And I'm pretty sure that's like a rank C monster. Maybe it has some special So, I looked into it, and the large monsters all have some combination of like secondary passives. They have 3 extra secondary passives if they're large. And so, most like combinations of them are pretty unique. So maybe this little dragon guy actually has a really good secondary set of passives, and then just pair it with the little slime knight guy here is supposedly the best healer in the game. It gets multiple actions, I think good healing passives. And then the one on the right that's just like Uber Killing Machine, that's the pre-one Overkilling Machine that is a good attacker and has multiple actions. This one's just double large monsters and kind of stuff. I don't know what the Arc Demon, Desert Demon thing is there, but we won against that. Oh man, we won against this? Yeah. Let's check this out. I mean, half of our team is the same because he's got the pink platy guy and then also the Uber Killing Machine. The Crackle, oh wow, that did so much damage. Multi-slash. So basically, I'm dying before I get a chance to do anything. Why would you attack? Please use Sizzle or something. Yeah, like that. Why wouldn't you use that the last... Oh. Okay, because of the reflect spells. That's why. So I guess this thing just 1v4s here. Gotcha. Yeah, that hurt though. Okay, so I won purely because of a frenzy. So I didn't know frenzies were on in PvP. That's slightly off-putting. I don't like that. A pure luck mechanic is in a game like this. Let's check out this one as well. I think we're mostly just going to watch the ones we win, because the ones where we lose, I'm not sure if there's much I can do differently. Oh, it defaults to no. I'm like, what? A lot of people are using the, like, witch on a broom lady. I think she's one of the best special attackers in the game. And then the Jewel Slime is the best tank in the game, supposedly. And okay, I got a critical spell one-shotting 2 of its members there. So that explains a lot. So crits are definitely going to be a factor in here as well. I know there's some traits that increase crit chance, so that makes sense as to why it would matter. Or as well, why they'd keep it in the competitive aspect. But it looks like the passive chance abilities, like my... On Uber Killing Machine, they'll always activate. Because normally in the PvE battles, it's only sometimes that I would get the attack boost, defense boost, and the magic reflection. But this is looking like it's always. It also seems like AI really avoids using magic attacks when an opponent has a reflect magic up. We'll watch this one just to see what a loss looks like. I'm curious how 2 large monsters kind of function on a team. Both look kind of cool. I don't know. I haven't seen these before. Parallax, that thing's like half the thing's health. Hustle Dance is a healing move. I've got that on my Platy Pink as well. The Sizzle did nothing. Hot Stepper, that did nothing. Lightning Storm does half my health. So, speed tiering looks like it's really important here. Because my whole, you know, my Platy Pink, oh, why did you use Zing? Why didn't you just heal? If my healer goes after my opponents, I have the potential of dying. If it goes before my opponents, I have the potential 999 damage. I have the potential of getting my entire team wiped before I even get a chance to heal. So it's definitely a trade-off. This fight was interesting though, because the one bird was a dedicated healer, so if I was able to take out the dragon, I probably would have won. I also want to see like what this other like C rank dragon does, if anything at all. Or if I just get wrecked by, you know, the overkilling machine. So there's the healer doing its thing. This lightning storm seems to be ridiculous. Wow. So I wonder if that thing has like a special bang trait. So you can't resist magic in this game, or breath attacks in any way. So if you face an opponent using fast magic, they'll just get it off and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't raise your defense to that. You can lower your opponent's special or like wisdom, which lowers the damage. So it's almost like you need, it looks like you need a support that invests purely in agility and maybe in HP, just so that it can put your opponents at a disadvantage. And that's probably also where the status effects of like confusion and the silence of fizzle come into play. I mean, like, you get down here and the health doesn't even matter. There's just nothing here. So yeah, there's so many aspects to this, but it's just, I don't know. Little monkey guy's got insta bounce. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. A super fast support. That's what it looked like their little floaty guy is, effectively. Alright, I need to turn off Zing. It definitely looks like Uber Killing Machine is kind of my best party member. It's got significant defense, so it doesn't take a whole lot of damage from physical attacks, if any at all. I put HP on it so that it can take more hits, and then damage just so that it uses lots of physical damage. So from what I'm noticing, it looks like it's currently the best member of my team. But alright. So that was the quickfire contest. Oh, the tiebreaker order. Number of opponent monsters defeated, total damage inflicted, and HP remaining as a percentage. So in case, and it looks like the round limit's 5. I don't think we'll ever reach that, but if we do, it's good to know. Both sides are still tied after all has been taken into consideration. Winner will be selected at random. Good to know. Okay. Let's just see what online battles are like normally. Friend match? Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. So you, and there's even tournaments. So I don't know if this was around in some of the previous games. I thought it sounded like there wasn't. It almost sounded like you couldn't do friendly matches or tournaments, but this opens up a lot, actually. So if you, I'll have to look into if there's a Discord for friendly matches and tournaments, because that could be pretty cool if there is. See just what a normal ranked match is, though. Results battles contribute to your overall rank among the monster wranglers. Looks like I'm like a wood 4. How high up in the leaderboards can you climb? Competition period ends. Everyone's rank is reset. So there's a. Does it say when it resets? Is it monthly? Current placement 32,000. Okay. Rules. Orders are allowed. So this must be a live battle if I can actually give orders. No monsters the same type. Turn time 30 seconds. So there's not a whole lot of time to consider my thoughts. I'll mainly have to just spam spam things like I thought. Just use Anchorman on Bone Dragon, Omni Heal on Putty Pink, maybe a buff move on Snipe Vine, and then Parallax. Okay. He's ranked 9,000, so there's quite a difference here already. Alright, well, we're going to take out the support. I'm pretty sure the pink guy's a support, because I know that Platy Pink is actually an option to fuse into it. We'll go for an Oomful, because I don't know if the dragon's a physical attacker or not right now. Earth Splitters seem to get a lot of value in fights, so we'll go for that. Rando Panic. Attack, defense. Okay, everything down? Are you serious? I guess I should have used Kabuff. That thing is not a special attacker. It is definitely a physical attacker. Oh, Personal Grudge. Okay. Last Gasp? What? So you can get Personal Grudge twice. Very interesting. That's kind of a cool strategy. I am also at a big disadvantage this turn now. If at all possible, I want to Kabuff off. Yeah. Okay, so since my defense was lowered on most of my monsters, I'm still gonna Kabuff again. Maybe we try a Sizzle. Earth Splitter. We'll still go for heals. I didn't think about like a double support. Oh, I don't have it. So this thing also just steals all of my MP. So I can't do nothing. I drew... There's just so much I don't know about how this works yet. I wouldn't have to worry too much. If this guy wasn't constantly reviving the other thing. I'll just let Platy Pink do what it wants. But that thing steals so much MP every single attack, and there's nothing I can do about it. I should not have let it do what it wants. Yeah, I was like, I'm slowly chipping down the little shadow guy on the right. But it's so hard when the pink thing gets revived and stuns me every turn. This is probably more or less what a stall team looks like in this game. Rando, great. I use Acceleratal, so maybe I have the speed advantage. Probably unlikely, but maybe. I'm not going to use Anchorman, though. We'll try Withering Look. I'm level 100, and I just want splash damage. Unfortunately, I don't have a move like Earth Splitter on it. All we can do is just attack because I don't have any. Oh shoot! Yeah. See, the time is just tough. Timing's so tough. Fail the intimidating on everything. It's a rando panic. So that's actually a random thing that it does. It's not intentional. It just happens sometimes. So that's tough. And it does have a healing move. And I get the frenzied state, but I still just straight up die. Yeah, this one's just gonna be a loss. 42 damage. See, I don't know why I do so little damage with Uber Killing Machine. I guess I'm 2 stages down on attack. Okay, I get another frenzied state, so I'm getting really lucky and he's getting unlucky. Except for the fact that he's getting his rando oomph and his rando... Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give up. Oh. Count as a loss. Yeah, so... that super powerful thing he got at the start, the rando panic, is literally random. It just sometimes will lower like the attack, defense, wisdom, and speed of your entire team. And then sometimes it'll happen more than once. I didn't lose anything, but if there's like a hidden MMR, it probably isn't helping. Constant stuns were tough too. It's like I needed to somehow kill the shadow. And I couldn't do that because the thing kept doing that option that takes all damage for you. He didn't fail Kazing once. Not once. That would have helped me significantly as well. Because if I was able to buy any amount of time in order to kill the shadow, that would have been good. And then the dragon stealing all of my MP also hurt. I would have been able to keep up with healing, I think, had it not been for that. I'm not sure what ability that is. If that's a common thing, or if it's just that specifically. There's no, like, queue timer, and you can't do anything else when you're searching. It's kind of unfortunate. I hope the queue times aren't terribly long. But I also know that the majority of the player base for this game is from Japan, and I'm pretty sure it's like the middle of the night there for them. Or early morning. If a human opponent cannot be found, a computer-controlled opponent can be fought instead. I kind of just want to get a gist for what PvP is like, you know, player versus player, not player versus computer. It really sucks you can't do anything. I guess that's something I never really appreciate enough with Temtem, is that you can start the queue, and then you can go and do a whole bunch of stuff. afterwards. You can't do everything. You can't do a lot of the PvE activity, like the Tamer's Paradise or dojo battles or anything, but you can at least do a radar.
It's not like I can go and look at the possible fusions or abilities of anything. I'd have to actually pull up a wiki and search up Dragon Quest info. Doesn't help that the names of that last team was in Japanese. So it's not like I can look up that specific monster. Okay. Yeah, this is just gonna take a while. Let me pull up the... Okay. While we're waiting, here's like the closest thing we have to Dragon Quest Monster Wiki, as far as I know. Let's just go to best monsters, because I'm sure that those ones are gonna be here. Tier 1. Nope, it's not this one. This thing's... It's actually interesting to see some stuff like a rank D. Does it have a guide of like why something like this is good? Sometimes cast the same spell twice, probably. And he's got double ice boost and then sometimes cast twice, so that's kind of interesting. So that's the kind of like magic nuker type that I was talking about. It's probably ridiculous. I think this was the dragon. Greynarl. Oh! I know Greynarl. That was like one of the guys you talked to in Dragon Quest IX, I think. Absorbent Touch. Regular attacks sometimes absorb a portion of the enemy's MP. It's only sometimes. It felt like it was all the time. How many other monsters get this? Oh, it doesn't tell me. That sucks. I hope it's not too many. So it has this one, which guaranteed performs 2 actions in a row. Most of them are up to chance. So... And then, yeah, the revives. That's interesting. I just realized there's a rank G in tier 1. Hold on. Insta Excel. So this always goes off. Big or upper. Extends the duration of skills and raise skills of allies. Okay, it's just of all allies. Randomly grants invincibility. Ability to reflect spells and evasion. And then personal grudge again. Oh, we got a match. Yeah. Height. There we go. Okay. Let's attack this little thing in the middle, because I don't know what any of these things really do. Well, let's go for a Kabuff. So it's just a safe option, and our splitter. Okay. Okay, well I guess the tank is absorbing all the hits. Oh, so an attack that inflicts confusion and sleep. So now my entire team can't do anything. Hold fire. So that thing's a turn 2 nuker, I guess. And all of a sudden I can't do anything. So what are the chances on that? Is this all just extreme luck? Like here I get a intimidating, but it doesn't matter. It's the rando panic decrease every single stat I have that just randomly occurs sometimes. Apparently this bunny must be like a serene grace sort of thing. Maybe like increases the chance of stuff happening. Like status effects.
I got a critical spell, which was kind of nice, but it didn't take out the tank, which can absorb hits, which is my problem. Because it just casts Selflessness again. And the bunny's probably like max speed. Just broke out of paralysis. The chances I can do anything though is probably pretty low. Yeah, because I just get put to sleep again. As this thing heals back up to full and then probably prepares to nuke me again. So this is probably what a control team looks like. The middle guy must be a nuker. It just has like the solar beam type move where you have to prepare it for one turn and then the second turn it just goes off and does tons of damage. Maybe you can only cast it once. I'm surprised he's not clicking it again. Alright, he's probably just gonna stall out for the last couple turns because it's only a 5-turn battle. Yeah. I literally can't do anything. Oh no, I guess this one's 10 turns. Yeah, I don't know. It's not like I'm particularly weak to status effects like that. The stupid bunny must just have something that increases them. 0 rank points. Okay. We'll queue up again and then we'll check out the wiki. I don't know how... Maybe we'll match into that first guy a second time. If it's just every other. Right. Collective punishment. So okay, this is good. This attacks everyone. I've noticed that much. So if you use an attack that does physical damage, like a normal single target, it actually attacks everyone. So if I was to have this on something like Anchorman, Anchorman would hit everything, which is kind of crazy. So I don't even know if it's being used as a large monster though, because these last 3 are all for large monsters, and it might just be like a support with its other option. So the stupid bunny was a tier 1 spiked hair. Ultra crafty sleeper makes it much easier to put the enemy to sleep. It makes it much easier to confuse the enemy. So regular attacks sometimes put the enemy to sleep. Yeah, okay. So that's why we just got slept with like no redemption whatsoever. And it was large, so it sometimes attacked twice. Which it also gets a confusing touch, so once again, sleeping and confusing. And then collective punishment, so it attacks everything. Yeah, that is a crazy combo right there. It just... The thing was literally basic attacking us, but those basic attacks have a chance to confuse and put us to sleep, which is greatly increased, and it's spread. Oh, yikes. So you can actually have a skill tree that resists something like that. So you could completely resist, no, not completely, but you can have a much greater chance to be immune to sleep and such. But then you're giving up an entire skill tree for that. So like something, so the hair, it makes a lot of sense of why it's an S tier. I still don't completely understand why the Bodkin Archer is. Let's check the Cowger. Personal grudge. Oh, we found another match. So much to take in. Yeah, tell me about it. It is definitely a lot to take in. Unfortunately now, though, this person is somebody who just figured out what the game is like. And Yeah, they're just, oh wow, there's an online option. That's cool. It's so yeah, that's yeah, we won, but that doesn't feel like a win. 10 rank points earned, so I think it's gonna be a rank up. Yeah, let's go. We're wood 3 now. Oh, I got an item I'll probably never use. All right. Yeah, well, we actually moved up like 6 or 7,000 places with that one win. And back to searching, which means back to the wiki. Alright, so Cowger. Personal grudge, yep, we know what that one is. Randomly extends debuffs, okay. Stupefying skill sometimes confuses enemies that attack it. Tactical Titan attacks 2 to 3 times. Boss's Bane, that's weird. My guess is it's kept as a small, and it's probably just a support. I'm gonna guess Major Downer is the main reason why people use it, and having Personal Grudge. Personal Grudge seems like it's just such an overpowered ability, honestly. It's... Apparently, there's multiple stages of defense raises and drops. It doesn't really state that in-game. Because if you look at Pokemon, for example, it says something like, attack was sharply raised or drastically raised or whatever. But that's not the case here. Found another match. Alright, 2 large monsters. Big slime. Trying to take out the horse. I think the horse is a support. We'll see if we even survive the turn. It seems to be a common occurrence that we don't. And then we'll get a Kabuff off if at all possible. Like a Parallax. Lightning Slash, pain. Lightning Slash, extra pain. Okay. So this thing has Moxie. Has Moxie, Collective Punishment, and can attack up to 3 times. Oh, you know, I'd actually like to see some of these teams that we've lost to go against each other. Does every game end up coming down to who attacks first? Is agility the most important stat in this game? Like... See, I didn't lose any. Was that person just significantly higher ranked, or can you not go down a rank once you've gone up? Not sure. We'll keep trying this out. Like I don't mind losing, but it's kind of painful. Let's check out that little slime guy. He's probably on here. Yeah, he's tier 3, so he's not all that great. Tactical Genius sometimes attacks up to 3 times. Critical and Collective Punishment. Yeah. Adrenaline Rush. Greatly increase attack after getting a... Oh, it's actually after getting a crit. Okay. So... You can match into the same person more than once. In a row. That's something I really don't like. I really don't like that. We did have a better chance against him this time. Unless maybe this is just a known combo. Maybe it's actually a different player and we just happened to run into somebody doing the exact same thing. Critical Kassizzle. Let's go. If I can survive this turn on Uber, I think I win. Yeah, we got him. Yeah. So, for anyone wondering why we won that one when we had lost the last time, it is because the slime only attacked once. So, luck is going to be the greatest factor in the PvP of this game. and I don't know if it's worse to know that luck is the biggest factor, or if it's having an established meta was the biggest factor. I think it's kind of interesting because if we look at this list here, this is a significant amount of viable monsters. Like, honestly, I wasn't expecting there to be this many. I thought it was going to be like, all right, everyone's running this team because it's definitely strong, and like maybe you see like a different support monster here or there. But look at all this. This is great. I'm not gonna count them all, but there's like 30, another 30, and then like another 20 up here. So there's 80 viable monsters. Maybe more if you really get creative, but my guess is it's probably gonna be the end of it here. Why is... Unless this is like literally every monster, but there's... No, there's far more monsters than this. Why is normal metal slime? Why would this ever be used? Raise damage inflicted on enemies up to round 3, but lowers from round 4. Okay, so it's kind of like the opposite of slow start. That's kind of cool. Ace Evader. I don't know. It's... Because I mean, if we just look at the few matches we've done today, we've seen some opposing Uber killing machines. Also got mine. We saw this guy on some teams in the quick battle. I just realized I forgot to queue up. Yeah, there we go. Saw this thing, Serpent of the Scales. Is this revival things again? Performs 2 always, removes some of the RNG. I think I kind of like this trait better because of that. Always attacks 2. Oh, this one also has the strong starter sort of thing that the metal slime does. Casually increases damage on the slime tree as well, so that really punishes some stuff in the game, like the jewel slime here, the wild slime strategy we just faced twice. Yeah, wild slime. There's another rank G. It's kind of high. Damsel flying. Like I had this thing sitting in my box forever. Stunning. So dazzle and stun. Yep. Well, and this one's kind of the opposite. So whenever this thing dies, it actually gives its allies all stats instead of nerfing all stats to your opponents. I mean, in a game like this, I generally really do. I like control strategies, so something like this spiked hair is definitely right up my alley. Even the damselfly here, it's just... I'm almost a bit sad. It seems like a lot of strategies have already been figured out, even though this is literally the second week that the game has been out. It's been out for 2 weeks, exactly today. So... It's hard to be like, oh yeah, I came up with this. Nope, somebody else came up with it first. Okay, so half our team's the same again. I don't know what the red armor guy does. Maybe we just take him out. No, we'll leave him because I think we can take him out. We'll go for the snipe vine. Because I know that it's a problem. That's just a super big nuker, you know? If I can, I'm actually going to go for... So much for that. Spent too much time thinking. Oh, so that's just his tank. It doesn't matter what I click then. Ice Age. I got the Kassizzle off first, but I also got hit with it. And then he gets his. I got stunned by Ice Age, so big pain. Off to bed, gotta wake early to get jabbed. Sure thing, Mr. Boss. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. I'm probably gonna have a shorter stream today, anyways, because right now it's more like a meta-analysis stream than anything, because I'm just constantly losing the PvP battles. Because like this, Crystal Linda is on darn near every team. Crackmeister, Ultra Crafty, Cracker, so that's what's increasing. Oh, I gotta, yeah. Oh, and right as soon as I bring up the wiki again, it's the same guy. Why is this allowed? It's genuinely it's the same guy. There's nothing I can click here that really helps. Also, splash damage just seems way more important than any single target damage at all. That does nothing. And then casting that just, it didn't end up mattering. Like, Uber Killing Machine is just so much better than the rest of my team combined, really. The only problem is it doesn't attack twice. So it ends up being the last thing alive and then doing nothing. Able to take out 2 of them. Also, I just realized that the accessories do actually transfer. Like, you can use accessories in PvP. Because I do not have anything on Uber Killing Machine that would give it... Let me just... Yeah, you... See, it acknowledges. It's getting auto restore from the care ring. So that's. I don't know if I'm getting out item diff too. Maybe there's. I don't know much about the accessories. I always just kind of thought, oh, it's a nice little bonus for my this, that, or the other. But if there is something to like increase the sleep or confuse chance, then that's kind of like, eh. Alright. If we face that same opponent again, I am probably just gonna call it. I guess most people saw, we saw something. Was it this guy? No, there was a monster that did extra damage to monsters in the question mark family, and I wonder if Crystalinda is one of the main reasons for that, because it seems to be on just about every team. Just basically the best spellcaster in the game. And this thing too, and I'm gonna guess this as well. Yeah. Rando Disrupt, so yeah, this is just the thing to wipe buffs. Sometimes restores 1 or more MP to all allies. This seems kind of lame, honestly, but it's a good counter to that one dragon that drains MP. Maybe this is like a stall thing, because this ability is like the opposite of like, this is the slow start more or less. Increases it from round 3 onwards, and even more so from round 6. So I guess if you can build it as a tank and just survive long enough, it can probably wipe after round 6. No, I was kind of curious. We faced the one solar beam strategy dude, where it spent an extra. I think it was with the rabbit guy. But I don't see that monster anywhere on here, and I hadn't seen it before, so I'm not sure what it would even be called. Seemed kind of like an interesting strategy, though. I wonder if there's another monster that just does that better. We saw this monster a couple times. Increase the potency of healing. Sometimes restores HP to all allies. Oh, the insta revive. Yeah, it's like you have to target supports. So most teams seem to have something, like just like a tank, a fast tank that will apply the move that just like absorbs damage for allies to buy your team like one turn. And then with that one turn, you're supposed to like buff up or take down your opponent as much as possible. I suppose that's also what Personal Grudge is for, just to buy time. These matches seem to go so quickly, so any amount of time that you can buy is valuable. Why are these monsters sometimes in multiple locations? Because like I already saw like Uber Killers in 2 spots, but why is Crystalina in the tier 3 and then also in tier 1? Weird. I got Gem Slime. I know it has Metal Skin. It's like this is one of the final versions of the Metal Slime tree. Large and small. Oh, that very well could be. Well, we'll use Accelerate. I feel like Accelerate could be very, very valuable. Because it can give you speed. Oh, his team looks scarier than it was. It was not level 100. Well. Apparently it's just every win you rank up beginner ranks. Weird. I mean, I'll take it, but like it doesn't feel like an accomplishment. I was still ranked about the same as I was after the first win, so it seems like anyone who really wanted to try PvP more than just one accidental queue up is probably ahead of me. Because I guess, yeah, Gem Slime's just a tank. Reduces damage, sometimes survives at 1 health, and then if it survives long enough, it actually scales up, so that makes sense. What does this do? Rando relief, low heal, sometimes greatly increases random stats. That's awesome. I love randomness. Makes it easier to achieve a frenzied state. Oh man, really? Why? Oh, frenzied states are so strong, it seems like. I don't like that that's an option. You get that on a large monster, it can attack like 6 times in a single turn.
What does this thing have for abilities? I know the Cretaceous Sorcerer, whatever, is, this is what has the Sage skill tree. It's probably just, any monster with Economist is probably what's giving it its rank. I really wish I could just click on the trait and see what monsters learned it, but that's not really the case. I think the game with Japanese wiki or whatever has more info, but trying to navigate a Japanese wiki through Google Translate can be really tough. I mean, if so, in general, it seems like control teams or control options are strong, support options are strong, and options that decrease the randomness are also strong. Millie, hello, welcome. We're trying out PvP here, and we're finding it is super duper luck based. It seems like there's quite a bit of variety though. I might grab me one of them spike terrors next time I do this. Try and figure out what that Big Bang move was, or what skill tree it's on, and what monster that the dude even had that used it with. Normally I'm not one to just steal somebody else's team idea, but it's hard to be original in a game that people have dissected so intensely over just a week or two. So we'll finish up this match, just whatever we find in this queue, and then I'll probably call it. On the right side, if we win, we'll probably hit whatever rank is above beginner. Issue you're running into is that you seem to miss all your CC while opponents never miss. Yeah, see, that's... If that's what games come down to, it's going to be a question of how... Is it all that fun, really? So... It's this guy again. So it's gonna be up to... How many attacks? Yeah, it gets a crit. Yeah, he only attacks once, but the crit and... Okay. Ah, man, look at all that counterplay. Beautiful. All luck went searching for ways to increase evasion. Oh no, I get a crit. And then a frenzied state. Like, if he had a chance of winning, it's just gone now. Oh man, why? Why does it have to be so insanely luck-based? I really like all the possibilities and options, but these games go way too quickly. There's so many options that sound better than they are. Alright, we're in out of wood and we're in a bronze. Super sad that we have a game that offers really good PvP with a developer who doesn't have the resources to get close to the... It's not even that they don't have the resources, it's just that they don't have the right management. And... yeah. Like, my team is just straight up bad. Like, I don't think Platypink's gotten
more than one attack off in all the matches I've played. And Bone Dragon really hasn't done anything either. And he doesn't have any spread moves, so it hurts too. Sorry about the background noise, by the way. I'd like to see the resistances affect it more. Have a few guys that have strong resistance still get stunned. Yeah, exactly. Like, I am not weak to anything, and I have instead multiple resistances, and it just doesn't change a thing. I know that the opponents have ways to like greatly increase the chance, but if the regular chance is like 20% chance to sleep, and then you greatly increase it so it's just straight up doubled, so it's 40%, and your resist should reduce it by like half, so it just kind of counters each other out, so you should have like a 20% chance. But the base chance must be like 50%. So to greatly increase it means it's like 100%. Or maybe it's like 40% normally. Which still doubled, it's like 80% of the time. And even resisted is almost half the time you're going to get stunned. It's just absolutely nuts. It's... Yeah, I'm used to like status effects in like Pokemon. You get a 30 or like Scald, you get 30% chance to burn. Or even something like Poison Jab is only like 10% chance to poison. It's just like that chance, you can't rely a strategy on getting those poison ticks. But yeah. Great a lot for some other mechanics, yeah. Doesn't help that it looked like to me in that match basically everything one-shots. Yeah, this game, it's basically you want to move first and you want to be able to defeat your opponents or prevent them from... moving first is very important, I've noticed. And I didn't put an agility-based support on this team, so I have not been having success in that way. Azarov, hello, welcome. We are struggling a bit. I was debating on quitting, but we won that one, even though it kind of looked tough. So maybe we can do something. I basically have 2 dead slots. My healer and my secondary attacker. Seems like I have long queue times. Yeah, the queue times aren't short. I don't know how long I've been sitting here for each one. So I could pop up the wiki again, but there's only so much I can really take out of that. It's just like here's the tier list, like the best monsters. I was saying earlier, it's cool to see that there's actually quite a variety of viable monsters in the game to play. But it doesn't really tell you why they're good. You click on one, and it just takes you to their page where you can see their stats, you can see their resistances, and that's about it. So you kind of got to figure out like what makes it good. I see this thing, which is a rank G, the lowest rank in the highest tier. It's just like, why is it here? I have to assume it's because of Personal Grudge, but that's on so many different monsters. Maybe it's because of Insta Excel, because being a fast support is so valuable. I don't know. Pop within a few seconds, usually wonder what's different. Look at its stats. I don't even know if its stats are on here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it. It's 460 agility. Doesn't seem like that much when you compare it to something like its defense and attack are both higher. It just seems weird. If I go and click on the rabbit, it's rank E. This thing seemed fast. That thing's speed hits 640, so it ain't fast. You put Lowaddle in A tier for your tier list. Well, I'm sure it has a use. I definitely would say it does. Because from the matches we've played, like, Personal Grudge is a very strong passive ability. Being able to stun your opponent for a turn, because stunning your opponent at all is super strong, but also decreasing all of their stats is just nuts. It's just like you actually want your monster with this ability to die, and if it can do something in that turn as it dies, that's even better. So we face somebody who is using this thing, Scruffy. It had Personal Grudge, and then basically all it did was cast a move that it's basically Follow Me from Pokemon, where it just takes aggro, and then it constantly died. It had an ally that constantly revived it. So I could not attack anything else. This thing kept reviving, decreasing all of my abilities and stunning me. And taking hits. I couldn't. It was just stupid. I mean, it was kind of a cool strategy. I liked it. It's just, I don't know what I'm supposed to do against that. It's... yeah, I don't know. It's... Face Invader... reduces damage received when HP drops to half. Maybe that seems like a viable tank, but it also has, like, different kinds of elemental damage. But it seems a little bit weird to have split elemental damage. It would be better to have double in both. But if this thing's large, it gets Personal Grudge, too. And I think I still think the worst case of luck in this game is with all the large monsters that have that have something like Tactical Genius, where it just sometimes it performs 2 moves, sometimes it performs 3 moves, sometimes it only performs the 1 move. And literally, if this is on your carry, which is one of your large monsters, so it's gonna be very important. If it only attacks once, you could just lose the game instantly. Like, that sucks. That really sucks. Let's see. Selflessness into Personal Grudge. Yeah, that's the move. That's what it's called. Have to CC them, and that stops selflessness. Gotcha. Yeah, but then you need something fast that stuns. Like if you could have a really fast support to like a fizzle support, but I think selflessness is a skill, isn't it? Not a spell. I don't think you can prevent skills. Oh, it is a spell? Okay, so if you could get a fizzle, then that would help. You just gotta hope your opponent doesn't have anti-magic. And you don't really know if they do or not. Attack thrice, you automatically win. Yeah, against the guy with the wild slam and the horse, his wild slam the first time I fought him attacked 3 times in a row and nuked my entire team. I just lost instantly. But now I've beat him twice because it only attacked once or twice, so I survived and I came back and beat him. It's a spell, but you think it always goes first. Interesting. So I guess... So yeah, you still need like two monsters to go fast then. You need one to stun it to prevent any further selflessness from happening, and then you need something else to capitalize on that stun afterwards. So you need to dedicate 2 entire monsters to that one purpose. But then if you face somebody who's not running that sort of strategy, you end up having more or less 2 dead slots that are more vulnerable elsewhere. Whether it's just they're not able to take enough damage or they're not able to deal enough damage. That's your problem now? Yeah, it's so, yeah, the queue times still suck. So apparently you get out of wood, and then it gets even harder to find a match. I'm gonna find a match, and then it's gonna be somebody who just beats me in one turn because my team is mediocre to bad. Oh, no, we found the match finally. Alright. This will probably be the last one because I don't feel like sitting in another 10-minute queue. He's got 2 large monsters. So we learned last time that the bird is more than likely a support. Not sure what the big... Is that a bow? It looks like a sword, but it also kind of looks like a bow. I think it's a sword, though. Big sword guy. He's probably the damage dealer. Thank you for the follow, Grass Punch. I appreciate it. It's just like, I'm clicking Kabuff, but honestly, it's probably not even worth it to have a slow Kabuff. He's using a breath attack anyways. Yeah, and then that one just randomly has a chance to stun. He only got 1 stun, but that feels like the equivalent of, like, Rock Slide. Flinch chance, you know. Let's go for Acceleratal. I actually feel like it's a pretty strong option to have now that I'm clicking it more. Again, Multi-Fist actually seems pretty solid. Probably better than... Probably better than whatever I was clicking before. At least with only 2 monsters. I'm not dealing a whole lot of damage, but he's not healing, which is good. He keeps stunning me, which prevents me from doing a whole lot. Oh, I can't. I was like, Snipevine, what are you doing? But nothing because it's stunned. Crit, nice. Sword Dance doesn't do a whole lot. Okay, my healer's down. Man, his bird's still alive. And now it's back up to like... It literally is back up to full health. Okay, well, I thought I was doing okay, but he's just... Can't do nothing. Frenzied State, I mean that kinda helps. I get intimidating and it doesn't even do anything. He just heals again, but he's literally back up to full, because you could see the zeros. The bird attacked 3 times, by the way, worth mentioning. Apparently the other guy must have a really bad vulnerability to light, because I just nuked him. So we might actually pull this one off. Thank you, random Frenzy State. No, we're not going to go Anchorman because I put Acceleratal, so he's got speed. Let's go with like Hatchet Man. Parallax, sure. I'm still not sure I'm gonna win here. No, okay, it was getting low on. I was worried it was just gonna heal or maybe take me out. That was a good win. I didn't think we'd win that one, especially after they healed back up to full. If I knew his one guy was so weak to light elemental damage, I probably would have targeted it from the start. Now that one we moved up quite a few ranks. It's like 8,000 or something. But yeah.
Thanks, babe.
So that was really interesting, good learning experience. That's gonna be it for PvP today. So anyone who I'll stay and discuss kind of like my thoughts a little bit longer, but that's gonna be the last match I play. So if anyone was sticking around purely for that, thank you, and hopefully see you next time. But as far as what I kind of learned, there's the my team just isn't viable. I have stuff like Snipevine and Uber Killing Machine, which both on an individual level are solid monsters that I can bring back at some point. I should have checked to see if Snipevine's Wisdom did get hit once we got into the match. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, because there's no reason I should have been dealing like sub 300 damage with Sizzle to some monsters when I've got 1,000 Wisdom as well as Sizzmeister and Crafty Scissor. So it's kind of weird. I'll have to maybe check that sometime. Uber Killing Machine, it was really nice just because it's all of its passive traits always procced at the start of battle. Insta Bounce, Insta Oomph, and Insta Buff. So it's kind of like it lets me know that any other insta abilities will always happen at the start of battle. Because getting an instant attack buff and a defense buff really gives a lot of survivability and damage. So it's something I could splash on a team if I need it, but it feels like most teams need to all be dedicated into one purpose, whether that's full CC, crowd control team, where you're trying to sleep and paralyze and confuse your opponents, or like a full just crit and nuke somebody team, or outspeed and just wipe with spells that can't be resisted team. So it's not like you can have split teams, it doesn't seem like, in this game. It seemed like everyone had similar stuff.
Hey, babe. How you doing?
I able to do another quickfire, because I think the quickfire is what's going to be a really good indication of how good your team is. Because so it would just give me the same battles, because it's like once a day it changes. Yes. Because I mean, if we win 23 matches and lose 7, but if you knock out all the ones that aren't fully leveled up, which would be like all of these, like even this one that looked like it should have been a strong opponent, they didn't have a single monster over 1,000 HP. So it wasn't a good indication. Maybe this is the first one that is, and it was a loss. So you get lose, 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 lose. And I finally win one. And then another one that's borderline not leveled up again. And another lose. Actually, this guy had the Damselfly. That's kind of funny. Let's watch this. Now that I understand a little bit better kind of some of the monsters, I'm curious if it did anything. Sweet Breath, yeah, there we go. Literally turn 1, outspeeds me, puts my team to sleep, and then they go and target the one thing that's not asleep. So all of a sudden, I literally can't do anything. I get woken up, but not before I can do anything, so I still just die. And then I wake up on my other monster, but I get put to sleep before I can do anything again. I actually got a critical Sizzle off. But once again, I'm just... You get 4 monsters all targeting the same one with a strong single target move, and it seems to actually do a lot. I took out 1, so it's not like it was completely hopeless, but once again, this is just the sheer power of Uber Killing Machine. I potentially could have even won had more turns happened. Okay, probably not, but like, it didn't look utterly hopeless. I was actually taking out a monster every single turn, it's just the battle ended. Dang, if I use a spread move, I don't know, yeah.
I lost. Me?
So, Yeah, I'll probably try and come up with a combo of a team, but training up a full new team in this game takes a long time. It really does. So I don't know when the next time I'm gonna stream this is. Probably be a lot of Temtem for the coming streams. I know I for those of you who do watch my Temtem content, just on my YouTube I posted a new in-depth guide. So we got the next 10 Tems in there, so you can check that out. I'm hoping to still get that speed turning video out as well, probably this weekend. Maybe, maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday. I don't know, but not today. And I'm hoping to stream both those days as well, but we'll see. I don't know. So, thank you all so much for watching. That's gonna be all for me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.